We're gonna have fun on this segment right here.
I'm
you ready to
excited.
laugh? Are you guys ready to laugh at home? Because there's gonna be some ooh kind of weird moments right here, but we're gonna have some fun.
Ooh.
Because we're gonna talk about some embarrassing situations for the presidents of America, and it starts off with this guy Charlamagne Tha God basically calling out the Democratic Party. If you remember, this is the guy that interviewed Joe Biden. That said, "Hey, listen here, partner.
Oh, yeah.
If you got a problem deciding between you voting for Donald Trump or Joe Biden, listen, partner, you ain't black." And then Charlamagne was like, "Nah, I'm pretty sure I'm black." So he says at this point, even though he did endorse and vote for Biden in 2020, a lot of people are like, "Yeah, I can't do it this time. I'm not saying I'm voting for Trump. I'm not saying I'm voting for Trump, but I can't endorse Biden this time around." He called Biden and the Democratic messaging corny and goofy.
Stuff.
And he does it because they actually don't talk to their voters. He actually was on Bill Maher, friend of the show. We saw that PVD was on Bill Maher not too long ago. It was an interesting conversation right there. Charlamagne Tha God was on Bill Maher, and he kind of had a tough time choosing between who he would vote for. He basically said, "Yeah, I can't endorse Trump. I can't endorse Biden. I think both are trash, but at the end of the day, my goal is to protect democracy." So he kind of signaled that he would vote for Biden over Trump, because if you're talking about subverting democracy, there's one candidate who sort of fits the bill on that. But there you go. If you scroll down a little bit, you got Trump, you got Biden, you got our friend Charlamagne.
That's crazy.
Scroll down, you got into an intense exchange. Joe Biden, "I'm not endorsing anybody," he fired back, adding, "but that doesn't mean I'm not voting." He just is not going to be loud and proud voting for Biden. That's what that means. So if you scroll down, you could see where he says, he replied in the interview, highlighted by the media, keep going, "I think Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. Keep going. I think he led..."
Scroll down.
Ali?
Scroll down.
You with me? Yep. "A attempted coup in this country, wanted to overthrow the results of the election. So I'm voting to preserve democracy." So read between the tea leaves right there. He's not voting for Trump. So the question is, you got Biden. He's tripping. He's falling. He's stumbling. He's bumbling. He's wumbling. You got Trump. He's shooting from the hip. He's saying all types of things, right, wrong. He's being hyperbolic. Who is actually more embarrassing for America? So we've actually put together a little highlight reel for you viewers out there.
Stop it.
Of our president's favorite moments that they would actually hope to forget. So Nat, again, I said we're going to have some fun right now.
Let's do it.
You might remember some of these moments. You might have forgotten some of these moments.
Bring it back.
You know, Joe Biden has forgotten more than you've ever learned.
I'm sure.
They say. But here we'll start. Should we start with Trump or with Biden? Let's ride with Biden right now.
Let's give him a shot.
Let's start with Biden. Here's Biden's top 5 most embarrassing moments. This is Biden going up the stairs. Listen, Biden and stairs, you don't get along unless you're just staring into the abyss. Biden. Here's Biden having a tough time going up the stairs of Air Force One. "All right, guys, I'm going to get on this thing right here. Joe Biden. And all right. All right. And we'll get back.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, guys, don't worry about it. Just brush it off.
Wipe
it's
my
okay.
knees.
I'm going to get up there. Look cool. Get up there. And, okay, and salute. Thanks, Joe.
My to-do list is done.
So there is Joe Biden falling not once, not twice, but 3 times at Air Force One. You might say, dude, it can't get worse than that fall. What? But then he said, "All right, hold my beer, buddy, because I'm going to go to the Air Force graduation in front of these airmen and show them how I defy gravity. Go ahead." All right, sir. Thanks for coming. Here we go. All right, everyone applause for Joe. Oh! Joe, get up, Joe.
He just fell. He just tipped over.
Just fell. I broke my hip.
Tipped over.
I've fallen, and I can't get up. What is going on right here? Okay.
I mean, he must have some good medical stuff in place because he keeps falling and he keeps getting back up. What are you doing?
Oh, and everybody stands up. You sit down.
I'm down.
All right. So clearly that's the end of Joe Biden falling. You can't do worse than falling in front of Air Force One.
Yeah, you can.
Or at a okay, hold on. He said, let me ride my bike. Go ahead. It's just, hey guys, I'm just riding my bike. Here we go. hit play. And all right, guys, let me answer a couple questions for you. Now, as I was saying, all right.
I remember when this hit the internet. Everybody went crazy.
What is going on right here, Joe? Listen, Captain Joe. Oh! He's falling. Okay.
Poor guy.
Guys, at least he's exercising.
He is exercising.
You're right.
I mean, he's doing
That
something.
is true.
Now,
That is true.
now when he's not
drugs he's
falling,
taking.
some say that he's fallen asleep. So we know how that goes. But, you know, you might have heard that there's a little war going on. Israel versus Gaza. Who's the people that are running Gaza? Hamas.
And?
Just Hamas. Maybe you've heard of them before.
Yes.
But, you know, it's okay if you don't know. But I assume, you know, you remember we talked about this, I don't know, maybe 10 million times on the show. Thanks,
Yes.
Nat. But here's Joe Biden, the leader of the free world, forgetting
This poll.
who the hell. Go anyway, go play the clip. Here we go.
Some movement, and I don't want to, well, maybe choose my words. There's some movement.
Choose my words real carefully here,
there's
guys.
been a response from the, there's been a response
The bad guys.
from
Those
the
people.
opposition. But
Somebody help me out here.
Yes, I'm sorry, from Hamas.
Yeah, okay,
But
there it
it
was right there.
seems to
Hamas.
be.
Poor guy.
So, all
Struggling
right,
to
so
it.
he forgot Hamas. Hey, we all have slip-ups. But there was one slip-up that was
Really bad.
worse than them all.
Oh, no.
Here's the deal right here. He's out here thanking a congresswoman. Go ahead, play this clip right here. And he's looking for her, and her name is Jackie Walorski. Go ahead. Jackie, where you at,
I
Jackie?
want to thank all of you here, including bipartisan elected officials
Yep.
like Representative Governor, Senator Braun,
Senator Braun.
Booker,
Senator Booker.
Representative Jackie, are you here?
Where you at, Jackie?
I didn't think she was.
Jackie?
She's
I don't
dead.
think she's here
Make this a
anymore.
reality.
Here's the deal. Jackie died a few months prior to that speech. And let's just say somebody called Biden brain dead. But
Talking to the
bird
dead.
brain, bird flu, what's going on here? Jackie, rest in peace. We appreciate you being a part of this segment. Biden fallen and he can't get up, but we'll see how he fares in the 2024 election. Anyway, not the best look for Biden, but, you know, I said I'm equal. I said I'm going to give an equal opportunist. It's not racist if you make fun of everybody. You're not picking a side if you make fun of everybody. Here's Trump's most embarrassing moments. You said, hey, you know, do me a favor, buddy. Don't stare directly to the sun. You know what Trump said? Hey,
I am
you
the
don't-
sun.
You don't tell me what to do. On number 45, there's a solar eclipse.
Looking at it.
The sun revolves around Trump. I'm Trump. Sun revolves around me. Go ahead. Here's the solar eclipse. Trump, do me a favor. Put on some sunglasses. And regardless, don't look at the sun. Here's what Trump had to say. Hey-oh! There it is. There's a sun up there, guys. Melania is like unbelievable. All right,
That
then he
is
puts
so
on
funny.
Baron Trump.
That makes me
6'8".
feel better.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I stared exactly at the sun when it happened too. So.
Makes sense.
But
Hey,
it's
there's
okay.
a solar eclipse out there. Don't look at the sun.
That one right there.
No, right. The one-
Actually,
yeah.
if you squint and it's in front of a cloud, you could see it. Just so you know.
I don't know.
Guys, that's just science right there. Natalia knows. If you squint, if it's in front of a cloud on a lunar solar eclipse on the
can see
third
it.
moon of the month, it's a blue moon, bingo bango, you could just see the sun.
You're welcome.
Respect. You got something to say, Jake?
No.
Okay. Not the end of the world. We saw Biden have a little situation in front of Air Force One, bumbling, stumbling, falling, and all that.
Oh no.
Donald Trump had a little issue with the tissue.
Oh.
Here's Donald Trump getting onto Air Force One at
look at
2:35. You'll see
that big
Donald
ass
Trump
plane.
having a little issue with the tissue. Go ahead.
A tissue.
One to fly back to Washington, D.C. Unfortunately, though, no one had checked the president's appearance before he made his way to the aircraft. And eagle-eye observers quickly noticed that he had a sheet of toilet paper
Aw.
stuck on the bottom of one of his shoes. Things proceeded to get worse as he climbed the stairs and the paper fluttered in the wind. And unsurprisingly, it became
Yeah, no
headline
big
of the
deal.
cycle
You know,
that evening.
okay, just a little
To make it
tissue on
even
the shoe.
funnier,
By the
this
way,
wasn't
there's
the
a
only
pause
time
this
this
right
happened
here.
to
This
him,
is a little hurricane in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
And this
little
caught a
one.
lot of heat because Donald Trump basically showed up and thought he was Steph Curry, busting out three-pointers.
You said, and for you,
Puerto Rico, and one, bitch. There we go. Trump
help your little ass out.
from downtown. Donald Trump handing out paper towels,
It's actually really
LeBron
funny.
James style out there. Anyway, continue on with the video, please.
Give me just a second.
Just
Okay.
came out.
So
I do want to share this poll that Alejandro, you're savage. She said, do you
laughing
feel
here.
bad for Biden when he eats it? 76
That
said
one-
no.
Was
Oh, man.
23%
You a
said
savage.
yes.
Anyway, continue on with our friend
Okay,
Trump
we're ready.
at 2:45.
Perfect. 245?
16, right?
Okay, gotcha. So
Yes.
that's done with that. We saw the paper towels. We saw the toilet paper. We know what's going on. And then there was a little thing that perplexed the world. You know, the Donald Trump, they said that he is the tweeter in chief.
Oh,
Because
I
he was
like
using
that.
Twitter.
Tweeter in chief.
Natalia just found out about the thing that everybody knew. But now Donald Trump isn't tweeting because he's on
X.
not X.
It's called X.
TikTok.
Yes.
Oh, but he's
Yes,
now.
he is But he started his own platform called
Oh,
Truth
True Social.
Nat, this is why I got her here, guys. DEI hire all the way. Political acumen, political punditry.
I
That's what we
said
got.
TikTok. He's on TikTok right now.
Yes.
Thank
See,
you.
Alejandra?
Thank you. Alejandra
And he
did say
got
TikTok. but
Like
Truth
100
Social is his
followers
platform
in 3
that-
days.
Oh, yeah, he had like
What's that?
100,000
Followers like in 2 days or 3 days.
TikTok.
TikTok's owned by China, though. You can't trust the
I know, but
China flu, but we'll get back to that.
But he's got it.
Here's
Okay.
Trump lamenting on the negative press. What's the word?
I don't
Let's
know.
talk about this.
okay.
Here's one of the more embarrassing moments of Trump's presidency. Go ahead.
Drove him further away from others. Of all the tweets he published during his presidency, though, there's one that stands out as the most confusing and embarrassing, and it was broadcast to the world at 6 minutes after midnight on May 31st,
Despite the constant
2017.
negative press,
It simply
covfefe.
said, despite the constant negative
What
press,
does that mean?
covfefe. The confusing word at the end
Nobody
of the
knew.
tweet soon meant that it had gone viral like nothing before. And not only had it been retweeted 105,000 times that day, but the hashtag covfefe was used more than 1.4 million times since his tweet.
I would be
Yes.
the one to
Everyone,
retweet
journalists and voters alike went into overdrive trying to decipher
Nobody
what it
understood
meant.
what was going on. By the
Did
way,
he
go
misspell
back to the
coverage
actual
or-
tweet because I have a hypothesis. Go back
I
to the
would be the
actual tweet.
one that would be like, I'm going to
Go-
retweet that.
okay. So this is May 31st, 2017 at 12:06 a.m. There's Trump. You know, summer's approaching. Maybe he's got a little cold. Maybe he took a little NyQuil. And he's like, the goddamn press, the negative coverage. I'm going to tweet about these bastards. You know, the fake news. And despite the constant negative press.
Sleep.
Passed
Covfefe.
out. He meant to say coverage. He said covfefe. No spell check. Fell asleep. Woke up the next day. Be like, did you like my tweet? How'd I? President, what the hell is covfefe? And you know Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He goes, everybody knows covfefe. Everybody knew what I meant. Covfefe. You know who it is. Everybody loves covfefe. It's like nobody knows what.
That
Trump
is.
will never be like, this is Trump will never do. Hey guys, my bad. I meant to say coverage, but I fell asleep. I was writing it, spell check. There it was. Covfefe. Have fun, my bad. Trump will be like, you know what I meant. I meant covfefe. You got covfefe. There's some covfefe for ya.
It's a new trending
My
word
Trump
now.
is just like this
I love
gravelly
it.
old
You're
man.
doing good for somebody who's like so middle.
Oh, covfefe. Anyway, Trump, huge ego. We know what he's got. You know, he'll never admit his wrongdoing. That's, you know, never apologize. Never let him see you sweat.
Yes.
There was Trump at his first NATO meeting, or maybe it was it was a NATO meeting. And Trump basically says, there's a new sheriff in town, okay? DJT's here. Get out of my way, losers. And here's him at NATO convincing fellow NATO members to pay their fair share, but only if they get in line behind him, because Donald Trump first, America first. Roll the clip.
Like these draw to a close, all of the attendees are expected to walk out in front of the cameras for a group shot. When Trump came out, he seemed to have found himself stuck behind Duško Markovic, who was the Prime Minister of Montenegro. And even if the correct position was for the president to be stood at the front, you'd normally expect them to have a quiet word to ask to be let through. In typical Trump style, though, he instead looked annoyed.
Get out of
pulled
here!
Markovic's shoulder backward before pushing past him, almost as if he expected everyone to know where he was at all times.
Yeah, America first. By the way, did you catch the name of the Prime Minister? Duško Markovic. Listen, Duško. Listen, you little douchebag. Get out of the way.
I'm here.
Trump's here. Have no fear. You're queer. But, sir, I'm married with kids. Don't care. You're queer. You're weird. What country do you look at? Doesn't matter. America
I'm
first.
here.
I'm here. Sometimes Trump's, abrasiveness can get him in trouble sometimes with the media, sometimes with the political opponents, sometimes with his own party, sometimes his own wife.
Yeah, it's not
baby
shocking.
mama.
Yeah.
So here's him and Melania walking down the runway, so to speak, with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. I want to say in Israel, potentially. I don't know. But Melania wasn't having it. Go ahead.
There she is.
So they're walking together. Obviously, we're going to do a little slow-mo. Hey, honey, give me your hand. And shoe fly, don't bother me. Okay.
Well, he stepped in front of her before that and, elbowed her a little bit, so I can see why she would be
Listen,
like, just get out of here.
You know the old song, Stand By Your Man. Melania's still there with him.
Yes,
The
she
Stormy
is.
Daniels stories, the Hush Money stories.
She's there like, that's my man. That's my man.
The last thing that we'll say to give to Trump's credit, this isn't so much a video. They say they go big or go home. Apparently, according to the Washington Post, it's owned by Jeff Bezos. So it leans a little bit left. You can't trust these bastards. He lied a total of 30,000 plus times over his 4-year presidency. They don't want us to see these numbers, so they're blocking us with a payroll. But we're going to get to the bottom of this. WAPO, 30,000 times.
I'm going to try to find it.
But they're all little white lies. No big deal. No big deal. So here's the question. Who had more embarrassing moments, Trump or Biden? But before you answer that,
which one was worse?
what if I were to tell you there was a president that was way more embarrassing? Way more embarrassing. And he didn't tell just 30,000 little white lies. He told one really big lie. One really big lie.
Which is
Of
worse?
course, I'm talking about George W. Bush. All right? There was one really big lie that he told that goes, 30,000 lies he puts at the shame with this one lie. Do you know what he lied about? What are WMDs?
Weapon mass destruction.
Wow. Ding, ding, ding. Can we get a sound effect for one of these days? Ding, ding, ding. Okay, we're going to, listen, guys, budget's tight. We got people hooting and hollering out here. We don't have a sound effect, but here's George W. Bush lying about weapons of mass destruction.
Damn.
Go ahead. So turns out didn't have the weapons of mass destruction. Turns out we spent not millions, not billions, trillions of dollars out there in Iraq. Whoopsie. I got some bad information. Okay.
Really
so,
bad
we
information.
invaded Afghanistan after 9/11. Okay. How'd that work out? Not so good. Taliban's still there running the show. Women, they got more rights than ever in Afghanistan. Did you know that?
Yeah.
No, they don't. They're actually back to doing nothing and being below the hijabs. They can't even speak without getting whiplashed out there. So we did all that with 20 years in Afghanistan, nothing. We changed nothing. Taliban's still running the show. But then we said, all right, listen, you think we're just going to stop at Afghanistan? We're going to show up we're going to go to Iraq. We're going to Baghdad. We're going to go to Mosul. We're going to show there's a cowboy in town. There's a sheriff in town. And here's what happened when George W. Bush, sheriff in town, came to the podium at the capital of Iraq. And there was a journalist not too happy. You ever seen this clip?
I think so.
Prepare to laugh. Go ahead. Here's Joe. This is why George W. Bush is just slick and quick and not a dick. Let's go. Yeah, how you doing? All right, good. Happy to be here. Hey, all right, so guys, whoa! What?
Shit.
What? Oh my God, my
shit.
shoe! Oh, hey, what just happened here right now? Hey, guys, all right.
We definitely know he got the
Oh, yeah.
chancleta growing up.
He got the chancleta going on. Oh my God, he's gonna
does
throw
that
a chew
shit
at this guy.
fast.
Oh my God. And they beat the shit out of this guy.
Took this guy down.
So there he was, the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, getting chancletas thrown at him by a Iraqi journalist. The Iraqi journalist ended up spending 9 months in prison for throwing a shoe. You know, in Austin Powers, the famous thing was, who throws the shoe? Well, this guy throws a shoe because it's a sign of great disrespect. Because why? Shoes are dirty. And you get the bottom of my soul. Yeah. So anyway, shout out to George W. Bush, ducking shoes, leader of the free world. But, you know, you got to give it to George W. Bush here because when he starts something, he's going to finish something.
Yep.
Here's him talking about mission accomplished, ending Islamic terrorism around the world. Because we know that it doesn't happen anymore. Anywhere. What? Mission accomplished. Go ahead, George W. Bush, talking about You know the movie No Regrets?
Yeah, Rugrats.
What was that? No Rugrats?
Rugrats.
Here's George W. Bush's No Rugrats moment. Go ahead.
I regret saying
I got a
things I
couple
shouldn't have said.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Dead or alive.
A little something.
Bring them on. You know, it was,
No big
and
deal.
by the way, my wife reminded me that, hey, as president of the United States, you better be careful what you say.
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You're
was
the
trying
president,
to convey
buddy.
a message. I probably could have
You're not a
conveyed it
cowboy.
more artfully.
the white.
Yeah.
You know, being on this ship reminds me of when I went to the USS Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a sign that said "Mission Accomplished." I
Oh, yeah.
regret
It turns out that the mission
that
just got
sign was
started.
there. It was a sign aimed at the sailors on that ship. However, it conveyed a broader knowledge. To some, it said, "Well, Bush thinks the war in Iraq is over." When I didn't think that, but nevertheless, it conveyed the wrong message. So there are things I've regretted.
Thank you. You know, they said I thought it was over, but I didn't think that. But I'm going to tell them that I think that. So, joke's on you, y'all. Is it though? But you know what they say? Fool me once, a shame on. Do you have that video?
Oh, yeah.
So here's George W. Bush talking. He's sly as a fox. Here he is. This is George W. Bush. Can't fool this guy. Go ahead.
Let's see.
There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once,
Fool me once.
shame on you." You fool me, we can't get fooled again.
I love
Right?
that. Yes.
Dun 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 dun. Kanye and Jay-Z.
Yes. We don't sing that.
You
on
got
here,
these going gorillas, huh? Anyway, but those are George W. Bush's highlight reel of most embarrassing moments, but nothing, and I mean nothing, was more embarrassing than George Bush Sr. This would have been in 1992 on the tail end of his presidency in Japan, sitting down for a fancy dinner to our newly found ally of Japan, sitting next to the Prime Minister of Japan. They're sharing a meal. Go ahead. And he says, "Hey, you know, this food's pretty good. Let me tell you a little something." And I'm just going to lean over. Go ahead. And I'm just going to lean over, Prime Minister. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to faint and I'm going to throw up all over you, sir. He threw up on the Prime Minister. There's Barbara Bush.
And he passed out.
Oh, he passed out. He had a little case of the
What the fuck
Mondays.
is that? He had a case of what the fuck is that?
So he said he blamed it on the food. Turns out they had some bad sushi out there.
Look at the guy
in
standing in the
Japan.
front. He's like, everybody calm down. The
So-
guy's like, shh.
The Bush family embarrassing moments trumps Biden and Trump put together. Mission accomplished. So you guys let me know who's the most embarrassing president that we've had. My vote is for George W. Bush. Now, little honorable mention right now. Not a president, but has anybody embarrassed themselves more than
This
Senate
guy.
Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell? Well, Mitch, go ahead and give a little speech right here. Go ahead, Mitch. Show him what you got going on, buddy. Go ahead. Play the tape. Here's Mitch. Yeah, listen, guys.
Okay.
This week.
Why do you look like a Simpson, though?
I'm exciting.
You look like a Simpson.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And you guys ready? And full freeze.
Oh, this guy.
What I love about him, smart, good looking, intelligent, cavalier.
He looks like a turtle.
Yep.
Okay, Mitch.
Yep.
Anything else you want to say? I'm sure let's go back to your press. Do you want to say anything else to the press?
He said, yeah, I'm done.
Now, pretty embarrassing moment. You're like, dude, that is so bad. How would they ever let him go back in front of camera and give another speech? He said, you think I'm done? You think I'm done? Fool me once and can't get fooled again. Here's Mitch McConnell, round 2.
Oh, no.
Frozen, let it be.
Come
Go
on.
ahead. There's Mitch McConnell.
Come on, Mitch.
Most embarrassing
Wake
moments
up.
in American history. Go ahead, hit play.
I'm sorry, I had a hard time hearing you.
Oh.
What are your
I didn't
thoughts
hear
on
you.
running for re-election?
Say what?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election.
What you want to know about what?
Oh,
Say what?
that's
That's an interesting.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Nope.
He said, yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator Benny.
He got stuck.
Okay.
He's okay.
And I'm back. And I'm back. Oh, I just passed out for a little bit. And I'm back. Anyway, guys, this is who's running our country.
Help.
You know, they say that you need some new blood, need some fresh blood. You got Vivek, you got DeSantis. Now, let's get Mitch McConnell on board here. Let's get Joe Biden, and let's get Donald Trump. They're all 78. Mitch McConnell, 83. I'm guessing 88, right?
Let's see.
And then Joe Biden, 187 years old. Unbelievable. This is who's running our country. You guys, let me know.
He's 82.
The most embarrassing moments, and which president you think is the most embarrassing for our country. That's that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you like that one, click right here to watch the full SOSCAST. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.